Hey folks, welcome to this video. And in today's, this is the second part of module 2. All right, in the first part of the module, I gave you an introduction to Unity and also told you how to install Unity and create your first project with it. All right, but now in today's video, we'll be covering rest of the topics, all right, rest of the important topics that are left. All right. So without any further delay, let's get started. So our first topic to cover is navigating through interface. All right. So we'll be navigating through our interface, learning about what are the different components of our interfaces. All right. So first we have to start with our project window. All right, so the part here you are seeing, all right, like the folders here are, this panel is particularly known as the project panel. All right, this panel, in this panel we can create multiple, all right, we can create as many as folders we can add our own 3D models and all those. Right. So just to create your own folder in here in the project panel, just right click in the panel, go to this create option and click on a folder. All right. So I want to create a folder named materials. All right. Where I will be storing my materials. Right. So this is my material folder. Right. Now, in the project panel, I can even add numerous amount of assets, right? Like if I show you, just wait, I'll be adding an audio file in it. All right, so this is a bird and beach file. All right, I'm going to add this audio file in it. Just wait for a few seconds and um, the file will be imported. It does take some time, all right, because currently I'm also recording, so it took some amount of time, but it's usually fast. So here I have just what I did, I just dragged and dropped that particular audio in here. All right, if you click in here, you can even play that audio, but I don't want to play it right now. So yeah, so we learned about our project window. Now, while we develop, all right, while we develop our own games, our own application, we face multiple bugs, we face multiple errors, right? Don't we? We do. So where can we see those errors? Where can we look for those errors? Right. So, Unity has provided us something known as the console window. All right, it's just right here. All right, like only after the project. If you don't have this console panel or console window, just go in this top section named window. Click on this. Click on panels and just select that panel that is not available in this in your workspace. Right. So currently it's empty, right? Currently it's empty. I will show you how an error will look like. But yeah, in here you will get all the errors and warnings and particular debug texts in here, right? So this is our console window. Now here comes our another window or panel, that is the hierarchy panel. So what is the hierarchy panel? All right. See, there are multiple objects in this scene. All right, don't worry, I will make sure that you understand what this scene is. But currently currently there are like two objects, that is a one light object, another is a main camera object, right? So hierarchy panel, what it does is it lists down. All right, with the help of hierarchy panel we can just right click and create our another object, right? I would show you how to create one, but hierarchy is basically the structuring of like the objects. It is a panel where you would be able to see what objects are available inside of the scene. All right, and through the hierarchy panel you can create your objects, you can modify them and all those things. All right, modifying is done by another panel actually. I would show you after the hierarchy. All right, so this is what our hierarchy panel does, right? So we understood what our hierarchy panel does. Now here comes our inspector panel. All right, so what is this inspector panel, man? What is? So this inspector panel is basically used for mm, what can I say? It is basically used for modifying the components. All right, it displays the properties of the object. All right, like if I click on the main camera, right? So here you can see here multiple components here. There multiple options are there. We can manipulate these options, and uh, like we can manipulate these and make the camera component look our own way. All right, we can edit these components, right? So inspector panel gives you an inspection of that object. All right, it helps you to edit those options inside the object. All right, now as we have, so till now, what which panels have we looked? We have looked into the project panel, the console panel, the inspector panel, and the hierarchy panel. Now it's our time to look into the scene panel. All right. See, the scene panel is nothing but a whole different, like it's a workspace. All right. It's a workspace where we can actually put our models in, right? Like our 3D objects in there. We can put our 3D object in there. Like main camera is inside the scene. Main camera is inside this whole scene, right? It's in this 3D workspace. So scene is the 3D workspace. Right, now after that there is another panel, that is this game panel. Right, now what is this game panel? See, this scene is for navigating through. All right, we can manipulate these objects like this. All right, we can, I will show you what are these, but we can manipulate these. We can put our 3D objects in there. But game is the rendering part. All right, like after our like let's say I have made a 2D game for now. All right, but I now I want to test it out. I want to play it. So what I would do is I would play that particular game, and in this screen, all right, in this particular screen or in this particular panel, the game will start showing, right? So yeah, now here comes, oh, another thing, here you can see three buttons. All right, these are three buttons. This one is the play button, this one is the pause button, this one is the step button, right? So what this play button does, it just plays the scene. All right, that is starts the rendering. This is like the pause button, it will pause while you are rendering it. And the step, now the step means it will, like after you have paused, you can click on this step button, it will like move one by one. All right, I would show you those. All right, I would show you these. Now here comes another panel, this is the asset store panel. All right, now one thing to notice, here you can see it is told that they have moved like the asset store to the web. All right, and I don't know why they did so, but actually I prefer that more because in my system the Unity asset store used to lag. All right, inside of Unity. So I think that was a good idea. But the main difference, all right, that you would notice as a beginner in Unity 2019 and 2020 is that in 2019 the asset store is already integrated in your whole Unity, and in 2020 the asset store is on the web browser. All right, so you can access it on from the web browser. All right, so we don't need this panel as of now, so I will just right click on it and close that. All right, one more thing I would like to show you is there are multiple layouts available in Unity. All right, just like go to the right of your screen and click on this layout. All right, there are multiple layouts. All right, you can try one of these, and one of my very favorite. All right, just wait for it. Yeah, one of my very favorite layout is this one. Why? Because this gives like more broader view. All right, this gives a more broader view of the scene. All right, it gives more free space to work on. So I like this one the most. But for now, let's go to the default. All right, we'll be working on the in the default only as of now. So yeah, so let me save the scene. Yeah. So we have understood that the very basic interface. Now let's go and look at the tools. All right, the tools that we have. So first of all, we need to, but before that, or before looking into the tools, we have to understand our game objects. All right. So see, we have got into another section, that is game objects. And what are game objects? So see, game objects are digital objects. All right, game objects are those digital objects that we can use digitally. All right, game objects can be anything. All right, I mean anything. It can be 3D game object or 2D game object. All right. So what are game objects basically? Game objects are virtual objects, nothing else. Right. So like an example, this main camera, it's a game object. All right. It's a game object. Now this directional light. All right. This is a game object. Right. So yeah. Similarly, we can create our own game objects. Like just go to this hierarchy, right click in here, click on this 3D object. All right. Click on this cube. Right. So we have created our own cube. Right. So now here you can see there are multiple anchors. Right. There are multiple anchors. I would tell you what are these. In the top here you can see here is a toolbar. Right. Here is a toolbar. So what does this toolbar does? First of all, first and foremost, there is a tool named hand tool. This is used to grab the screen and navigate through it. Grab the scene and navigate, just for that. Now after that we have move tool. This move tool gives you some certain anchors. All right, where you can hook on. All right, you can hook with those anchors you can move your game object throughout the screen. Right. So that's what it does. After that we have a rotate tool. Like if you want to rotate your object, I can do that. It gives rotational axes through which I can do that. Right. Isn't it like really fun? Now after that rotate tool, there's another tool that is a scale tool. It helps us to scale the object. All right, like I can scale it in any axis. I'm scaling it at any axis, right? After that, we have a rectangle tool or rect tool. All right, what is this? It just like helps you to resize the object in a rectangular manner, nothing else. Now, then we have a universal tool. I guess this is called, oh, this doesn't have a name actually, but I will call it universal tool. All right. So it is a combination of all the tools we discussed previously, all right, except the hand tool. And if you would see, I'm able to use the hand tool even when I'm like not selecting it, all right, like externally selecting it. It's automatically getting selected. So the basic shortcut for that is, sorry, to click the middle mouse button, right? So I'm really sorry about that. So yeah, we have created our own cube. We learned about game object, right? We learned about game objects. Now, our just wait. I want to like reset all the things. Now, I want to play with it, right? I want to manipulate it. I want to manipulate this game object. How to do that? First of all, I can use these several tools, these fancy tools available, or I can go to my like simple methods like as I previously told that in the inspector menu gives us the properties of the game object. So we with the inspector menu we can edit those properties too, right? We can. So how do we do that? First of all, let's say I want to edit the transforms. All right. So what are the transforms, man? What are transforms? Like, see, I am moving this, right? I'm moving this like this. I'm able to rotate it also. So what is that? The things are like moving at a particular direction. We can also do the same thing through this like inspector menu. Like here you can see there are three parameters. Like first of all, see the transform. Yeah, first of all, see the transform. Here comes the position. So that what does it does? It changes the position. Like I want to be it at 10 of x-axis, right? So it has got to 10. Then uh, yeah, you can simply manipulate your position from this, but for now I want it to be in 0, right? Now rotational values, all right. Let's say I want my cube to be rotated 45 degrees at X, 90 degrees at Y, and let's 45 degrees at Z. So I rotated my cube, right? I did rotated it. Now, one thing you'd be seeing, like let's say you messed up with all these parameters. Now you want to reset it. How would you do that? Just click on these three little dots, click on reset. As simple as that. Nothing much. All right. You can also scale it. All right. Now this is your homework. You have to try this scale portion by yourself. All right. You have to try the scale portion by yourself. Now here are some other parameters too. All right. Now this is a cube mesh filter. All right. Then there's a mesh renderer. I want to show you something. If I remove this mesh renderer, you won't see any sort of mesh. All right. What are these green lines? These green lines are the box collider. If I remove it, you would see the very light green, right? Very light green. Now these other light greens are this of cube mesh filters, but this box collider lines are also getting attached to it. Now here is the mesh render. Mesh render is basically the mesh of the cube, nothing else. All right. So till now we have learned manipulating our cube. We have learned uh, navigate our interfaces. All right, we have learned about game objects, right? So yeah, we have learned this much by now. Now let's talk about materials. What are materials? See, of course you want your like game objects to be colorful, right? You want your game objects to be like texturified, like they should have some sort of skin, right? Even humans does have skin. Why won't a game object that's really bad, right? So our game objects also wants uh, materials, like just humans, we want our skin. Similarly, the game objects also want their skin. So the skin is known as materials in this terminology, in technical terminology. All right. So just as you can see, I previously created a folder, right? Go to that folder, right click, click on create, find the material. I found it in here. Click on it. Let's name it. I want to name it red, right? I want my material to be red. Now what? Now what? Now I want to change the color. All right. Simply click on this material, and here you can see that the properties of that material is available in the inspector. Now after that, click on this white box. All right. This at the right of albedo. Click on this. All right, and select a color. Let's say I want it to be um, red. Yeah. So that's sort of a bit pink also, but that would work for me. So now, uh, man, I have edited the color. I have put something color in it. But why isn't it reflecting in the cube? Why isn't it showing on the cube? Is the cube angry that with the color? Is the cube angry? No, it is not. Of course not. So we have to apply this material in the cube, right? We have to apply it. So how would we do that? Two simple ways. Click on this cube. One way, I'm showing you one way, that is click on this cube, drag and drop this material inside its inspector. Voila, you got the material. Now our cube is happy, just like us humans. The cube has also got its skin. Another way is just drag this and drop it in the scene view without also using the inspector. This can also be done, right? So our cube is now really happy because we have provided him a skin, right? Voila. So now we learned about materials. Now one more thing, if you want to add textures, it is really easy. Click on this like albedo. Here you are seeing a blank box, and after that there's a zero sort of. Click on this. All right. Now let's say what sort of material I want. All right. Let's see. Um. No. Nah. Not this. Not this. Of course not this. Let's say this. Yeah. This looks something like a bit good. Right. So yeah, we gave our cube a texture also. See, Now our cube is more than happy. So we successfully made our cube happy and also learnt about materials and texturing fine those. All right. Now, how to create a scene? All right. See, what are scenes? Scenes are nothing but different environments, right? They are different environment. Like this is a sample scene. I want to name it. Let's say, I want to name it. Where is the rename? Yeah, I want to name it main scene. All right, main scene. This is the scene I want to name. Right, this is my main scene. So this is a scene, all right. And where did the material go? That's weird. First, I guess this is the bug of Unity, but this is really weird. Or I guess it happened because I didn't saved it. I'm not sure, but yeah. But we managed to get it back. Now, scene is a separate environment. So, like we can create another scene. All right. I would also while getting into Vuforia, I will also be showing how to navigate through different scenes. All right. So don't worry about anything how to navigate and all those things. So I just have to click right, then create. Then here's always the scene, man. Yeah, got this scene. Now I to create a new scene that is test scene. See, I got another scene with main camera and directional light by default, alright. But currently I want to be in the main scene, right? So we successfully created our cube and also managed to make it happy by giving it a skin. Now let's learn a bit about project structure, right? What is a project structure? What is it? A project structure is a way of structuring your project, all right, nothing else. See, why? See, this is not something like many people teaches you. All right, this thing you gain by experience. But today I'll be teaching you. All right. See, maintaining your project, all right, maintaining your project is really important. Like when I was a beginner, even I remember when I was a beginner, I used to like make my whole project very much cluttered, right? I used to make everything cluttered out, and that actually caused a real problem for me like later on. All right, because managing those were really like hectic. So with after working with Unity, I learned that it is really important to manage your project. So how do I manage? I create separate folders, all right, for separate type of file, all right. Like for materials, like for skins, I created this particular folder named materials, all right, to add some sort of assets, all right, some sort of assets. I would name another folder named assets, where I'll be storing my assets like 3D model, my um, 3D images, right? Like to store audio, I'd be creating another folder that is audio folder. All right. So I create separate types of folders, all right, for separate types of files, right? So similarly, throughout this video, I'd be saying how am I creating folder for each type of file, right? So I recommend to stay along with the video till the end, right? So till now we have learned about navigating through our interface, about game objects, about manipulating those, all right, about materials, all right, like the skins. Then we have learned about the scenes. What are scenes, right? Then we have learned about our project structure. Isn't it cool? Like within half an hour, we have done so much. So yeah, so we learned about structuring our project. All right. Now some more parts are left, like creating our own C sharp script. Alright, then we'll be learning to modify our own components, then prefabs, then physics and collision, then we'll be learning about audio, and then at last we'll wrap up this module after designing our interfaces. Alright, so yeah, let's do it. Let's get the energy back and let's do it. So to keep the scripts, all right, to keep the scripts, what I want to do, I want to create another folder, name scripts folder. All right, it would be containing all the scripts in here. Just then right click Shisha. All right, I want to name it a test script. All right. Now, as you can see in here, there's like a buffering going on. This buffering is basically the shows that uh, our script is getting compiled, right? So just wait for a few seconds and it would be done. Actually, my system has got really slow, and because of that, it's taking a lot of time. But I guess we can manage with that, right? So yeah, voila, our test script is created. Now I would be using my own text editor. All right, I'm dragging and dropped it into the one. Just wait, just wait. So yeah, now let me drag and drop it in here. All right, now see, don't look into these windows. All right, I have set up my Sublime Text for competitive programming, so don't look into this. But let's understand what are these. All right, see, if don't worry, I'll be explaining all these things. All right, what is like public class, what is like what is void, then what is using. So I'll be make you understand all these things. All right, if you don't understand something in here, don't worry, I am there for you. All right, I'm your instructor, I'm always there for you. If you have any doubt, join our community. All right, join our community, ask your doubts in there. You would, I promise you would get instant doubt support in there. All right, so yeah, as you can see in here, all right, just wait, let me make the font a bit bigger. Yeah, so first of all, we are including all these system packages like Unity packages. All right, these are packages we are including. Now we have created a class of transcript. All right, that is inheriting another class. All right, that is mono behavior class. All right, there's the mono behavior class. Now inside that mono behavior class, see, remember this mono behavior class consists of these functions. All right, so it is important to inherit this mono behavior class. Now, if you don't understand what inheritance is, don't worry, I am there. Now, this is the void start function. There is the update function. What happens in start is, so the first time, all right, the first time I'm playing my Unity, like playing the particular scene, all right, it will show at first, like in the first frame it will do some function that I will define. All right, and what the update does is, what it does, it basically updates uh, every frame. Like it will do that function, it will do that particular function in each and every frame. All right, and it will be called once. Like if the frame is one, the update function will be called once. The frame is two, again one. So yeah, so it is, yeah, in every frame this update function is called once. Now let's try it out, right? Try it out. So to print something, I'll try to print something that is to print something in like Unity, or like in the console we do debug.log, and let's name it start function, right? And also remember to put the semicolon. I sometimes forget, and this gives errors. All right, so it's compiling the script. All right, just wait for it. All right, it will compile the script, and then we are good to go. I will also show you how to execute a script. All right, um, um, just to wait. Yeah, we are good to go, right? So yeah, now let's play. All right, how to play? Click on this play button. All right, just wait. This would take some time. All right. All right, it is telling us to hold on, and we will hold on, right? Unity is really good. It notifies us everything. So yeah, as you can see, we have got into our games in and started playing it. Let's go to the console. Oh my god, why isn't it printing? Have I done something wrong? Like, have I coded something wrong? Let's check the script again. No, nothing is wrong in here. I guess everything is okay. Yeah, it looks good to me. But why didn't it actually worked? Let me show you. So I got out of my play screen. All right, go to the scene. Yeah. See, the script is in here. All right. It is in here in the project, but we haven't executed it. Right. We haven't executed it. So how to execute? Pick an object. All right. I want this cube object. Then just drag and drop the script. All right. Drag and drop in it. There's another option. All right. That is click on add component. All right, and type the script name. All right, like test script. So here you got the test script, right? So similarly there are two ways to add on. You can also drag and drop in here also. All right, that's another option. Now another got added here, but I don't want it, so I will remove it. All right, so let's play it now. Let's try playing it now. Just wait, hold on. Our unity is telling us to hold on. It is entering the play mode. So now let's see what has happened in our console. Cool. Now you can see in the console there's something written. It is written start function. That's what we wrote in the debug.log, right? That's what we wrote. So what happens? The start function works in first frame, right? Now this is the update function. All right. Now we want to check the update function too, right? Just wait, right? So yeah, so I have saved it. It will take some time to compile it. Let it do its compilation. We won't bother him. All right, Unity is good. He does everything for us. All right. So let's hold on. It's just wait. It will take some time. Oh, cool. So it got like compiled, and let's play it. Let's see what happens. Just wait. Now let's. Are you ready to see the console window? Are you guys ready? Let's see it. Oh my god, what's it doing? It's continuously like giving the function, update function, like each frame it is doing this on each frame. See, it continuously updates the function in each frame. So actually, I think you got a very basic idea of what this function is doing, right? I guess you got that very basic idea. So for now, this is the like you learned how to uh, basically learn Unity. Sorry, I'm not the only teaching Unity. Basically, you learned how to create your own script. All right, and understood the functions in there. All right, now there's another section known as modifying components. We already learned how to modify components. All right, so yeah. Now here comes prefabs. What are prefabs? Prefabs, you can say these are the collections. All right, these are collections. Let me create another folder. I will also show you how to create a prefab. So what is a prefab, man? A prefab basically helps us to create a collection, right? Like it is sort of a storage particular thing, right? See, let's say right now, let's take a scenario. All right, let's take a scenario. You're developing a game. All right, that's a first person shooter game. All right, you have implemented it on one scene. All right, now you have created your own first level. Now you want to go to a second level, and you want that same particular FPS player. All right, same particular FPS player in another scene that you are going to create. That is in another level. What you would do? One way. All right, one way is to like create like assemble all the components that you made previously again. All right, and that would consume your time. All right, and of course that isn't a good thing. Another way is to create a prefab. So prefab creates an another like a package of that particular object, right? It's a package of that particular object. It helps to create like a package like if a cube has certain properties, all right, I need the same cube on this next scene, right? I need the same cube on the next scene. Then one way is to recreate it. Another way is to create a prefab and just use that prefab. Now, how to create a prefab? Click on this cube, all right. Click on this cube, drag it, and bring it in this project section. Put it in there, and voila, your prefab is created. Now here you can see the cube has turned, like this thing has turned blue. This is the indication that it is a prefab. Now let's create another scene and let's see, oh, I have already one. Does this work on this another scene? I want to save it, right? I definitely want to save it. uh, so yeah, let's go to this, where is it, prefab, all right. Now let's drag and drop it in here. Wow, I got it in here. Just reset the transform. Yeah, I got it in here. Let's try playing it. Let's say the functionality works or not. Just wait for a few seconds to run. Um, it is doing its job. So yeah, now let's look at in the console. Wow, the same thing that was working on the previous scene is the same thing is working in here. So yeah. One more thing I forgot to tell you. It just came up in my mind. Just let me like go back to my main scene. Wait, let me lower down the desktop volume. Yeah. So now, now what? All right. So what now? It's what we have to do. See, now I would be telling you something really important. All right. I forgot to tell you that previously. An object, all right, an object can have its child object, all right. Like you can branch the objects. Like if I want the cube to be a child of main camera, I would just click on the cube, drag and drop it in here, and see, my cube is now the child of the main camera, right? And main camera is the parent. Similarly, I can also create empty objects, that is click on create and create empty. All right, I won't change its name, I will just reset its transform and put this cube underneath of that game object. All right, now I can make multiple childs of this cube. All right, I just control D, all right, to duplicate, control D. uh, so yeah, again control D, again control D. So similarly like this, I am able to like, yeah, I'm able to create multiple child objects inside another empty game object, right? So you can do those things similarly, nothing much different, right? So till now we have learned a lot of things. All right, we have learned also modifying our own components. We have learned about prefabs. Now three more important sections are left. That is physics and collision. All right, physics and collision. Another one is audio, how to work with audio files. All right, audio is really simple. All right, then we have the last but not the least, designing our interfaces. All right, and at last of that, I would also be showing you another thing. All right, so yeah, let's move on with physics and collision. What is a collision, man? What is it? See, collision is nothing. All right, collision is nothing but the hit, or like the hit of an object on another object. All right, it's like, see, these two objects are colliding with each other. All right, these two objects are colliding. Collision is basically the like interfering of two objects with one another, right? So that's what collision is. All right, now if I had to say you, all right, game, like this whole Unity engine is a replica of our real world physics. I will be showing you how. All right, just wait. All right, first of all, I would be deleting all those other game objects. Just wait. First, I need to set up my environment to show you how. Right. Uh, no, no. Why let be? Let the y be. 5.4, right, and the ZB 4 or 1B 4, right. So this is how it is. All right. Now let's take another 3D object, that is a sphere. We would call it a ball, right? It is a ball. For us, it is a ball, right? Just wait. So yeah, this is a ball, right? Now I want to implement a real world physics. So as of now, all right, let me first deattach the script, all right, now, or else it would be working continuously. I don't want the script to be interfere. All right, just wait. Oh, let me apply to a prefab. It doesn't do implement. Yeah. So our 3D our script has been removed. All right. Like here, one thing you can see of it. Here's a shadow. That's because of the lightning. All right. You can play with the lighting later on. All right. So let's play it now. So in real world, what happens? In real world, if we have a plane and if we throw a ball from the top, it will fall down, right? It will fall down and bounce. Let's check that it happens in here or not. Just wait. Keep patience. All right, keep patience. Oh my god, why isn't it falling? It should fall, right? It should. Because I recently told that unit engine is a replica of our real world physics. But you have to implement those physics, right? You have to implement those. How would we implement those? Unity is really caring about us, and what Unity developers did, they already created those physics objects for us, alright, those physics components that will help us replicate the real world situations. Alright, now how do we do that? So see, we are first of all we are in the game scene. All right, we are in the game scene. I'd be editing this whole thing while being in the game scene. All right, so just put it aside in here. All right, because we need the view only, nothing else. One more thing I would like to say that after I get out of the this game view, object will get resetted because they won't be saved during the game view. Remember that. All right. So now I want this ball to fall due to gravity. All right. I want this ball to fall. How do I do that? So for there, click on this add component. All right. There's something known as a rigid body. All right. Click on this rigid body and see the effect. Cool, isn't it? Like after I added this rigid body, the ball started falling. Now it isn't bouncing, right? See, to make it bounce, there's another sort of physics. All right, we need to create a physics material and all those things. But we won't be doing that in here. But as of now, you understood that we were able to add the gravity. Like we would be able to make the ball physical. Like we are able to add physics to the ball, right? Now in the rigid body component you can play with the values in here, all right, like the mass value, the drag, the angular drag. You can like click on this use gravity. Let me show you one thing. If I click on this, see, it isn't falling because it is not using gravity. So see, cool, isn't it? Great. Now here's another option, collision detection. All right, uh, before explaining this collision detection thing, all right, I would be telling you how this collision is happening. How is it? Is there any sort of magic? Before that, I need to replicate this object, all right, because I don't want the ball to fall. All right, I literally don't want it to fall. So here you can see here are some options. Box collider. All right, this box colliders are basically provides the collision platforms. All right, it provides a platform like in the ground we are moving. All right, we aren't falling, like we aren't falling through that whole road, right? We aren't like penetrating that road and going to the bottom of that road. Are like does that thing happen? Doesn't, right? Similarly, in terms of games, we could say there are some platforms, right? Those platform has some colliders. All right, those are box collider. So here, if I click on this box collider, you can see, all right, you just saw that the ball got it through that, because there aren't any collision, like there aren't any collision happening to stop that ball right in there, because we have disabled the box collider, right? So box collider actually helps us to like this colliders. There are multiple types of colliders actually. Box collider is one of which type. Like there's peer collider. All right. So box collider is basically helps us to provide collision to that particular platform, right? Just wait. uh, so yeah, so this is how everything is happening, right? Cool, isn't it? So we have understood about colliders. One more thing, there are multiple, you can have multiple uneven shapes, right? Like a terrain. All right, like a road. Like a road is uneven. All right, a desert, it is uneven. It doesn't have a flat surface. It is totally uneven. There are highs and lows, right? So for that type of like, if you want to provide collider to that platform, we can't use box collider in there, right? Because then it will be totally plain. We won't be able to use it. So there's another collider named mesh collider. All right, it is in the component only. All right, I want you to try that collider out. All right, by yourself. Just go to app component, click on mesh collider, and you can use it. Now the problem with mesh collider is it is a bit more CPU intensive. All right, than this box collider or spear collider or any other collider. The reason being there is it does more calculations than box and spear collider, because the mesh collider what it does, it gets the accurate shape based on that particular terrain or the particular model, right? Isn't it so? So what they get that particular shape, so it does more calculation. Now in the rigid body, I was going to show you something known as collision detection. What is that? The multiple option. All right, we'll be looking into two main of these, discrete and continuous. Now there's a huge difference between those. All right, see, what is the difference? Discrete is performant. All right, discrete gives a lot of performance. It is like in performance wise, it is better than continuous. All right, but the problem there is, it does like it doesn't do accurate calculations. It doesn't like it can, if you throw it from a really high, like at a really high position, it will penetrate through this whole collider. All right, through this whole platform. But continuous is better than discrete. All right, because with the use of continuous, there are very less chances that it will penetrate through, because it does more calculations than discrete. But the problem is, continuous is CPU intensive. So that's the difference, major differences. All right, so we also learned about the very basic physics, right? We learned about the very basic physics of unity. Now it's our time. It's our time to learn uh, this audio, right? So for that, first of all, to play that audio, all right, first of all, to play that audio, oh my god, I deleted everything. So yeah, all right, I would be getting those objects back, because I did that with our whole environment. Now I want to create an audio object. How do I do that? Go to this, click on this, go to this thing. All right, click on audio source. All right, so we created a simple audio source, right? We created it. Now, here are some particular options in there. All right, click on this, select the audio, and let's play it. All right, just wait. This audio is a birds and beach audio. All right, like be birds chirping in the beach, all that audio thing. All right, just wait. Are you able to listen it? I'm sure that you are able to listen. So the audio is playing, right? The audio is playing. So the audio is playing in here, right? The audio is playing. That's cool, isn't it? So we implemented our own audio source. All right. Now, soon in our future lectures, all right, we'd also be learning how to control our audio sources through scripts. All right. But for now, if we look into these like properties, there's a option for mute. Now, I won't be actually explaining all the things in here. You have to explore it by yourself. Like you can explore this bypass effects, bypass listener effects, bypass reverb zones. All right. Now this loop is basically will loop the audio. All right, because without loop initiated, all right, without click checked on loop, what will happen? Your audio will only play once, but with loop it will play all the time. All right. Now here's another option, that is play on awake. All right. Play on awake. What it does is it like when you just play your game, all right, it will start the audio at that time only. If I like remove it and then start playing it, just wait. So it has started playing, but you won't be seeing anything, like you won't be hearing anything, because play on awake is disabled. Now to play that audio, I need to add some trigger or some sort of script to play that audio. All right, so play when on awake. What it does, it basically uh, plays the audio whenever you start. Now here's another thing, that is volume. All right, now this is the volume. It varies from 0 to 1. All right, now there are multiple other audio editing feature. You can check them out by yourself. All right, you can do some research on them. All right, so till now we have completed most of our topics. All right, we have completed most of our topics. Now now the last but not the least, creating our own user interfaces. How do we do that? All right. See, I'd be creating a very simple user interface. All right. Nothing too complicated. All right. Nothing of like very complicated user interface. A very simple one just to show you. All right. How to create one. All right. But we'll be creating beautiful interfaces like during the making of our course, like the projects. All right. So just let me delete this particular thing because I don't need it now. All right. So let's save it. Now, how to design our own interfaces. All right. Let me dock this game view in here. And for that, first of all, I want to go to my wide view, right? Because it helps me a lot. All right. So first of all, click on this 2D option. Here you can see, all right. This will give you a 2D view. All right. This would give you a 2D view. So I got the 2D view. All right, I would like to click on here this Y thing. The reason, because this will give you a grid and it's really helpful. Now, uh, first of all, we have to right click and click on the UI option, then create a canvas. All right, what is this canvas? Right, what is this canvas? Basically, this canvas is basically the like the basic framework, all right, the basic wireframe of the, or you could say the frame for handling the user interfaces, right? So click on this canvas. All right, here are some options. What I would like you to do is, first of all, Click on render mode. All right, keep its screen space overlay as of now. There are multiple options, and definitely we'll be looking forward to these in our future lectures. All right, and this world space is going to be really useful during the during our making of those projects. Right, now here are some options. All right, now go to this canvas scaler thing. All right, now UI scale mode, constant pixel size. Do to scale with screen size. All right, and give it a default resolution. For me, as of now, this 800 by 600 is okay, and leave all those parameters same. All right. For now, this is what I need. Now our canvas is ready, right? Our canvas is ready. Now I want to like get the display of my laptop in here, like the resolution of my laptop in here. Okay, very well. Sorry, my mouse is like sometime creating the problem of navigation, like the mouse button, middle mouse button. So as we've created our canvas, all right, now we need to create a background image for it. So how do we do that? So click on canvas, click on UI, then there's something known as panel. All right, click on this panel, right? See, you got a sort of background. All right, now I need to color the background, right? First of all, I name it background image, right? Although I haven't imported any image, so I will take coloring it. All right. First of all, how to do that? Click on this panel. All right. Click on this image section. All right. From here you can select the image you want. All right. So already one is selected. I don't want to change it. Click on this color option, and here we'll be seeing that this thing is transparent. How to make it opaque? See, here's an option known as A, also known as alpha. So just click it in here and like make it 255, like make it to full. I want an yellowish orange color. So this is the color I wanted and I got. Right. So now this is my background. I'll be scaling the background a bit. How do I do so? Choose the scale tool, click on the middle option and just scale it. Right. Now as we are have created our own background, now what we want is to create a heading text for it. How do we do that? How do we? So click on UI. Then there are two options, text and text mesh pro. Right, I haven't imported text mesh pro, although text mesh pro is the better option to go for. All right, because the quality of the text in text mesh pro is really good. All right, so I'd be clicking on it. All right, just wait. So yeah, I'll be importing text mesh pro essentials. All right, it would take some amount of time. All right, don't worry. All right, let it take the time it want. All right, because it is importing all those assets, so it's important for it to be important clearly. Just wait. Yeah, it is getting imported. Just it would take some amount of time. Actually, I guess I should have like imported it previously only, but if I did so, you wouldn't have like got how to do that. So here we got our text in here, right? We got our text in here. All right, now we want to edit the text, and let's name something. All right, let's name it uh, our new UI. All right, I know this is like a very bad name. Now I want the text style to be like something like H1, right? But it's giving a color. No, no. Let's leave it. Let's keep it normal only, and click on bold. Right. We can even resize it. How? Like zoom it in here, and you will find these anchors. All right. Do this. Do this. Right. Another thing we want is to center our text. So we did that. All right. So we also have some other fonts. All right. Uh, okay, we don't have one. Oh, I sorry, I forgot to import that. a extra package came with Textmate Pro, but no worries. We don't need that as of now. Now here you can see here is that rect transform option. Click on Alt. All right. Click on Alt. Click on so as you can see, if you just open it, all right, and click on Alt, there are multiple options here. I want you to click on this top one. See, our text automatically got in there. Now I want to reposition it, and voila, we got our text. Or just wait, yeah, we got our text to where we want, and this is our UI. All right, our new UI, or let's say, let's name it to Learning Unity. Right. So this is our new UI. Cool, isn't it? Now we want to add some buttons, right? We want to add some buttons. How would we do that? Click on Canvas, click on UI. Here is an option known as button and button text mesh pro. I want you to go for button text mesh pro. It's better. Believe me, it's a lot better. All right. Now we can even add some functionalities. All right. First of all, I want to like put a transform to it. I wanted to be in center only. Let's name it as play button. All right, let's name it a play button, and let's name it play. See, in future, we today we are learning just how to implement our own UI. All right, in future lectures we will be learning like how to navigate through our scenes, how to like add functionalities to our button, right? So for now, this is what I want. So we created our play button, all right. Even I can change the color, all right. There are some many things, all right. Like if I click on this pressed color, I want to make it green when it gets pressed. Right now, if I play this, if I play this, just wait. It would take some amount of time because Unity takes time. All right. So just wait. It's entering the play mode. Cool. Now if I click on this, see when I'm clicking on it, it is getting green. Now if I select the highlight color and like make it a blue, let's see what happens. Oh well, nothing happened. Let's check out the selected color. Let's make it sort of like yellow. Wow. Now, oh, highlight collect worked. Oh, finally. I don't know why it didn't work. So when I'm hovering on it, it is highlighting the color as blue. When I'm pressing it, that is the pressed color, it is green. After it is selected, it got pink, right? So isn't it really cool? All right. Similarly, we can add some functionalities. All right, like there's an option on click. All right, if I want, I can like add some particular function. Like for now, let's say I want to disable the text. All right. So what I would do, I would drag and drop this text. First of all, let me show you from again. There's an on click parameter. Click on this add, then take the text in here. All right, now in here there's written no function. Click in here, go to game object, uh, click on set active. All right, and just don't check that button out. All right, we can create another button, something like this. All right, name it active. First of all, I would name it active, sorry, deactivate, deactivate, and this one is activate. All right, I just want to like wait. This is going to like activate the whole thing. All right, just wait. Let me drag it down in here. All right. uh, cool, isn't it? Now let's try this out. What happens? Let's see. Just wait. It would take some amount of time, but it will get done. Right. So just wait. Cool. Now, if I want to like deactivate on it, I don't want this learning unity. I want to hide it. Click on deactivate. See, it got deactivated, but I want it back. See, it came back. See, I'm making my button do some activities. So we also learned how to design our own interfaces. If you want to add some sort of image, you can just click in here UI, then raw image. All right. I I don't know I have any image for this also this. Oh, I do. Let's say I want this emoji one, right? I want this one to be in there, and I can also resize it. Sorry, it got resized wrongly. I mean, in a wrong manner. So yeah, see, isn't this UI looking good? Actually, it isn't looking good, but yeah, for now it's okay. It's fine, right? So we also learned how we learned today we learned a lot of things in Unity, right? So see you in the next lecture. Thank you.